Video is today about 80% of all internet traffic is video. People are consuming about 300 billion hours of video in a year. Today, there are more video contents are created in 30 days than what television created in 30 years. Just imagine the depth of that. So if you just take in those videos, people are explaining, they're telling people what they feel about different things. They're sending their opinions. They're giving their opinion to the rest of the world with a lot of clues about how they feel. They're telling them why they would buy something. What are they thinking? Just to give you an example, if you take one brand, Samsung, and search in one place, YouTube, and type about their opinions about their television, you will find about 5.5 million people who have talked in over 1 million hours what they think about Samsung TV. But the challenge on this one is that 80% of that internet traffic is a black box. You cannot see what's inside those videos because videos need to be consumed serially. Like, who's gonna consume 300 billion hours of video to understand what's inside? It's impossible to do so. So what we are creating is very similar to what in 1997 Google created for textual. If you remember 1997, internet was first being born, right? Everybody who in the world were creating web pages, and they were all text pages. But then they were not discoverable. Nobody could know where those pages are. So Google created search technology, where they took those pages, broke it down into keywords, and then they make their search index, which is a $100+ billion asset that they built great products on top of. Fast forward 20 years, on the verge of blockchain now disrupting the world as we know it, people are creating videos, not web pages anymore. So much so, it's 80% of internet traffic. People are expressing themselves just like they were expressing themselves in web pages about their businesses. They're expressing themselves in videos. And that video, an enormous asset of that video has not been indexed like search. It hasn't happened. That's our mission of that we are trying to create. Interestingly, in these videos, we have information that we never had in text. In text, you can only say one thing. For example, if you write that I like this, that means only one thing in text. There's no interpretation, right? You can only say I like it. But in video, you can say it in 1,000 different ways. You can say I like it, you can say I like it, which means you don't like it. You can say I like it, means you really like it. So that means you are actually giving clues about why you like something or how much you like something that could never be discovered in text before. That's a huge strength where we can create, completely disrupt a world that depended on understanding people's thinking, how they are feeling, why they feel. That's what in today's world known as market research, insights. Businesses depend on that insight. It is hundreds of billions of dollars opportunity today, and the world hasn't even been created yet. So the core basis problem of this system being created is, there are billions of people who are giving opinions, but people are not products. You're you. So you need a system that will understand people are not products. You also need to understand people, since you're using their valuable opinion and you are using that to do business, they should own their own profile. Till then, date, any profile were created, they were created by the platform. For example, Google creates their profile. Google knows so many things about you, but Google owns that. Facebook knows their profile. You don't. But in this world, we believe people need to own their own opinion profile. And the last but not least, the biggest value is, I said, like $203 plus billion market that's been created today about your opinion. But you as a consumer, you don't share in the value creation. You get nothing out of that, right? People are using your opinion or your insight to do business. We believe that value needs to be transparent. It needs to flow back to the consumers, what they participate in that. So what we are creating is a secure, fair, and transparent system. It's a marketplace for valuing and connecting with people's opinions, as never done before, and that's our mission in life. In this mission, we have built Jarvis platform, and it has 3 elements to create this marketplace, and each one of those 3 elements are equally big and important. The first part of that one is how Google did it for text web, we are doing for the video web, which is indexing the video web and understanding all the things that people are saying. The reviews they're saying, what they feel about it, and we're going to tell you in a second how we do that. Second part of that one is, since what we are talking about is insights. Insights is about getting in people's head to understand them, finally. And that is, if we want to do it using technology, it needs to be done by neural network. It needs to be done by machine. It needs to be done by artificial intelligence. So that's the second part of our core business. The third part of our core offering is what we call it the profile that we talked about, where we believe a transparent, secure opinion profile needs to be owned by you, Mr. Consumer. But here is a challenge. We are talking about 7 billion people's profile. Now, in 7 billion profile, if we are to use on a roughly any given day 1% of it, that means you are literally touching millions and millions of records in a second. No blockchain technology today can handle it. Zero. Nobody can. This is a dream of a peer-to-peer distributed computers dream, actually. This is how it was supposed to be built. But there's an important thing to understand. What we are talking about is a data thing, not transaction, which is your Bitcoin and Ethereum is a transactional blockchain. What we are talking about is a data blockchain. It is very different, and we'll tell you more about it, how we do that. So to come back, to explain how we do it, our first core thing, which is how we take the world's videos, the hundreds of billions of hours of videos, and we want to understand people's opinion that they have given already in those videos. We do that by using a combination of computer vision, the text, and the audios that are inside those videos. We use a technology of really understanding emphatics by using computer vision. So we can separate a single video and separate that out into different subject matters. For example, if we take that Samsung, the Samsung TV example I just told you, 5 million people have already talked about Samsung TV on television, on internet, just one site, right? We have analyzed that, and we have gotten 300 or so thousand people's opinion that we have analyzed of the 5.5, and we know how many people in what sections of those videos are talking about price of Samsung TV. How many people are talking about resolutions of that Samsung TV. And we have separated them out and put it in a searchable index, just like Google did for textual web. That's the first thing that we have done. Then, as I mentioned, we are in the business of not understanding text in videos. You don't need us for that. That tells you